Hello everyone, my name is Beck. Welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. So if I look a little bit different, it's because I'm wearing a lot of makeup, a little bit more than usual. So the month of January, I actually played a lot more digital games. I've decided in 2019 I would write down what I've actually played so I can actually talk about what games I've been playing for the entirety of the month instead of just second guessing myself by the time I sit down to record these things. I did it last year for a little bit and then I just got lazy, but I'm trying to make this a habit. Got this notebook from a friend of mine and it's just a little tiny piece of thing that I have here. Hopefully I'm more coherent from here onwards. First month of 2019 I bought a lot of digital games because there was massive sales. Just couldn't help myself. I prefer to have physical copies of a game, but when it's so much cheaper than buying it physically, I just couldn't for the life of me pass the opportunity. Like the very first game that I got was Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, the special edition on the PS4. This game originally came out on the PS2 if I'm not mistaken, or maybe possibly 3. I think it is 2. I remember playing it on the GameCube and I had really fond memories of it. It was on sale for $7.55 if I remember correctly. It was the very first game that I bought on the 1st of January of 2019. Started playing it and I slowly realized that certain things are better left as nostalgia. Like certain games don't age well and this is just one of them, at least personally for me. I am a big old school Harvest Moon fan. I don't remember it being so slow paced, just the controls were chunky. I don't know, I haven't played a PS2 game in forever, so maybe that's why. I did have fond memories of the characters, but after experiencing it and seeing what it's like to play in 2019 after all these years, I must say, kinda do regret buying it. I will continue to play it. I would at least get married in the game before I quit. I'm just happy it did well back in the day, so now we have better iterations of that franchise of Stories of Seasons. I don't know if I would want to go back to it, so no offense to people who are hardcore Harvest Moon fans. Even someone like me who loves Harvest Moon can't stomach it really. You have that to consider. It's really cheap. I think it's considered a retro game at this point. It kind of destroyed my nostalgia glasses, so to speak. Like I said, I'll continue to play it because I bought it. I'll just try my best to finish up the storyline because there's actually chapters in A Wonderful Life, strangely enough. If you play modern Harvest Moon games, they don't have the chapter system. Let's just say that the Harvest Moon / Stories of Seasons franchise have actually grown significantly over the years and I'm kind of glad. I don't know, let's move on. I've talked too much about it already. The next game I bought on the 4th of January 2019 was Cold Steel, the very first game. Originally I was going to ask Yours Plays 2 to help me find it physically. He couldn't find the first copy and I tried to find it in Australia. It wouldn't ship to my state. I think the last time I checked it was somewhere in Perth. I don't think EB Games ship within store. I asked my local one and they wouldn't do it. I was going to pay 30 Australian dollars for it anyway. I mean, it's a lot cheaper than buying it anywhere else domestically anyway. Lord and behold, it was on sale for $14.95 on the PSN store. JM Reyes 93 has been telling me to get that game for a while and I told him that I would not get it full price because it's about $50 something and it costs like additional $15 to ship it over if I bought it as it is, just after conversions and everything else intact. And I was surprised to see it for $14.95 on the PlayStation store. Both games were on sale, but I didn't want to buy both of them at the same time. I have started playing it, but I am not too far into it. I'm currently onto like my very first quest in that game. A new game's gonna come out very soon of the same franchise. Maybe that's the reason why the previous games are on sale, but I got it at a really decent price and I know a lot of the people that I talked to about it hasn't started the game yet, so I feel less bad. This game I got 3 days later on the 7th of January was Steins Gate, the very first one. I have watched someone play it from start to finish. I've never physically played it myself, but I already know the story. It was only $7.55 and I've always wanted to own a copy. And I got it because I know it's easy trophy. Watching someone play it, you miss out on a lot of things because they don't do every single ending, but I know the primary true ending of the game. So it was nice to go through like individual stories that I missed out on. If you've ever played Steins Gate, then you know it's a nutters kind of game. The characters are a bit crazy. I'm just sick of romance visual novels. No offense to that category, but personally for me, I like to play a variety of games. Like, I don't mind visual novels because it's like ebook reading to me or listening to podcasts. Sometimes I need a darker theme, and Steins Gate is one of those classics that people really enjoy for visual novel genre. So if you haven't played Steins Gate before, I would recommend picking it up. And no, there's a new one coming out on the Switch, I think. And it's like relatively cheap because it's a somewhat older game. I think it came out in like 2011. And the female characters are actually born in 1993, which yours truly is also born in 1993. I got 2 Switch games. I posted about it winning these 2 Switch games. If you haven't checked out that video already, please go ahead and do so. I talked about how I won the giveaway and etc. If you want some more in-depth details about it, you can go check out that video. But I got these 2 from a giveaway, which I'm super happy about. Portal Knights and a Zero Striker Gunvolt Striker pack. I forgot to mention, I'm kind of all over the place because usually I do categories. The first bit I was talking about PS Vitas and PS4. Harvest Moon I got up on the PS4, and Cold Steel is on the PS Vita. Steins Gate is also on the PS Vita. I know it was like a free PSN Plus last month for the PS3, but I don't have a PS3 anymore, so it doesn't really concern me. And I got this month's PSN Plus members. It was 25% off for 1 month and 3 month subscription, so I got the 3-month one and I got a decent discount for it, so I'm pretty happy about it. I think it's the 3 months and 12 months subscription that gets the 25% off overall discount for buying a PSN Plus membership. I'm so glad I waited. This is what I get for being cheap. For the PSN Plus, obviously I downloaded every single available game on the PS4 and the PS Vita. Portal Knights was one of those games that was free on the PSN Plus this month, but I chose this game in the giveaway because I originally wasn't going to get PSN Plus membership for this month. I was going to wait a little bit, but the sale happened, so I got it. And I also got Portal Knight on the PS4, and now I got it on the Nintendo Switch, so I have double copies of it. At least for 3 months I have it on the PS4, and I have to try out Steep. I've downloaded it. I just haven't played it because I have a lot of backlog that I have to deal with. I actually spent more time playing Portal Knights on the PS4 than the Nintendo Switch. I only got this parcel a couple of days ago, so I've actually spent more time on the PS4 version of this game. All I can say, it's kind of like a chibi version of Minecraft. I haven't played too much of this game to really talk to you about it. Overall, I have a decent experience with it. It's kind of like Minecraft. I think this one's a lot more cute. It does have a little bit of frame rate issues. I don't know if it's because I don't have the PS4 Pro, I just have the standard one. It does lag a little bit from time to time. I don't know if it's my internet. Sometimes I have to download games using my mobile data, which is fine. I have 20 gigs every month, so I need to spend it some way or another, so I sometimes use my mobile data to download games. And next is Gunvolt Striker Pack. I was trying to claim the golden coins for this, and it turns out they are all expired. So if you've got this game, you can't collect the coins anymore, because I actually added the company on Twitter to ask them, like, why can't I get gold coins for this game? Like, is there something wrong with my copy? Because I just opened it not too long ago and I entered it immediately to see if I can get any gold coins so I can use it on the Nintendo store, and it was apparently expired. So if you've got this game, according to the developer, it's only valid within the first year of its release. So if you've got some Nintendo games lying around and you haven't collected your Nintendo gold coins yet, please go ahead and do so. You can get some discount on the Nintendo Switch store, so why wouldn't you do that? You've already paid money for it, might as well get the little coins that you can get. A couple of dollars off your next purchases. I think I spent more time on the Switch this month, so some people should be really happy about it, because I've been talking about the PS4 and the PS Vita a lot more in the recent months, but we're starting strong in January for the Nintendo Switch. As usual, I've played a lot of Stardew Valley. It's not new at this point. I've also been contacted by a company, ZRZ Studios. If I've butchered the name, I'm so sorry. And they gave me a free code to review. They're a small indie company that has their... I think this game comes out on the 29th of January, if I'm not mistaken. And I checked the price online. It was like about 10 American dollars or 10 British pounds. I'm not sure, but from what I did on a quick Google search, that's what it showed, because they never told me how much this game was retail for. They just told me to give them an honest feedback once I have a chance to play it. And I played it for a little bit. If you've played games like Midnight Deluxe, like other indie game titles with the same kind of like 2D platformer, then it's kind of like that concept. I actually do like this game slightly better than Midnight Deluxe. I don't want to really compare. I'm not being paid to say this, by the way. They just gave me a free code. And I was only told to review it on Instagram and not anywhere else. But I recorded myself playing a little bit of it. I'll put it at the end of this video. I think it's a decent indie game. It's okay. I haven't finished it, but I played maybe like 3 hours into the game. Probably more by the time you're watching this. I hope to finish it. I'm just very happy that they gave me a code. Probably not the best descriptor. If you want to read a more in-depth analysis of this title called InOps that I haven't even mentioned it once. Yeah, I think it's called InOps. You can check out my Instagram post about it if you want to know more information about it. And I guess you can check out the developers page, the website. Once again, not paid to say that. Did get a review code, but that's the end of all of this. I spent some time playing Taiko. I recorded a playthrough that nobody seemed to like, but hey, it happened. And I also played a little bit more of Moonlighter. I'm not having a progression in the game because I'm like struggling because I'm terrible at it. I set the difficulty to hard and now I'm struggling. So I probably have to go and set it back to normal so I can actually play the game. I also bought, I don't know if I bought Count Lucana this month or last month. I think it was December. I may have talked about it in December, so I won't discuss it. Clearly, I didn't write it down, so I'm suspecting that I didn't buy it this month. That's all I played in January. I bought a lot more digital games, which I'm kind of like having mixed feelings about it. And I don't know if I want to do a PS Vita collection video now or wait until my latest order comes in and then I can do it, because I do have a couple of PS Vita games because all the physical games are gonna stop at the end of this year, so I'm really sad about that. I do like the PS Vita. I like any portable devices that actually serves a purpose. Was that a little bit too shady? I don't know if people got that reference. I'm really struggling to film today. I feel like I say that in every single video of mine. But anyway, thank you guys for checking out my live streams. I've been getting a lot more subscribers lately, which I'm really grateful for. So if you're new here, thank you so much for subscribing. Still find it very hard to believe that some people take time out of their day to watch my videos, which I really do appreciate. But I feel like this video is all over the place. I did play, oh, and I also played The Sims 4 on the PlayStation. Within the first 5 minutes of the game, my Sims set themselves on fire, even though they had a fire alarm and they had an extinguisher, but they didn't use it. And guess what? They died within the first 5 minutes of the game, and I felt really discouraged and I stopped playing for a couple of days and then I went back to it. But I've once again stopped playing The Sims 4 on the PS4. It's not the best thing to have on the PS4 system. I prefer to play it on the PC casually. And also you can't cheat in The Sims 4 or else you don't own the trophies, which is a pain. It's really hard to play The Sims without using cheats. I think that's it for today. I've talked about what's on the list. So I've got a couple of questions to ask you if you made it to the end of this video. What games are you currently playing? What games do you look forward to in 2019? Any games you would like to recommend me? Preferably not too expensive, and I don't mind indie game titles. I've tried a couple in December of 2018 and playing a little bit more varieties of games this year because I'm trying to like expand my horizons, so to speak. Oh, and I spent a little bit of time on Dragon Quest XI. I really love that game and I recommend it to anybody. Maybe not to people who don't like turn-based RPG games, but the story is really good for that one. Personally for me. Overall, I had a great time. I love that game, but I haven't finished the post-game because I can't beat the final boss for the life of me. I hope you guys had a wonderful beginning of the year and this year will go smoothly for everybody. Please give me a like on this video if you've enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below of all the things I've just asked, or if you want to ask me any questions in general, feel free to leave it down below. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and hit the bell to get notifications from me because I'm having issues with notifications lately. If you want to see more videos from me and want to be alerted by them, hit the bell. And that's it for today, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!